What's up, Pyromaniacs? Pyrostasis here, and today I'm going to be showing you guys for the Indie Spotlight a look at the game Kingdoms CCG. CCG stands for Collectible Card Game, I do believe. And if you're like me and you grew up with Magic the Gathering or other card games, this is going to be very familiar to you. You have different decks that you can set up, and these decks have cards, and the cards have different types and different effects. You know, if you're familiar with Magic, you know you're going to have decks that are focused on undead, or decks that are focused on holy, etc., etc. So you've got a very familiar feel. All of the cards, you'll notice in this card, we've got in the upper right hand corner a 2, that's the mana cost, and the bottom, the sword, that's the attack value, and the heart, that is the health. So this card costs 2 mana to put into play. When it attacks, it does 2 damage, and it can take 2 damage and survive. Well, on the second damage, it's going to fall over dead screaming. But that's the general idea of it. And these games, you either really like them or you don't. For me, I was horrifically hooked on Magic, and for like my whole high school era. And it just got to the point it was too expensive, and I had to get checked into a rehab clinic and getting taken care of because you just can't spend $300 a paycheck on Magic cards. So, but this game is still under development. One of my buddies works there, and it is it's still a work in progress. The tournaments option hasn't been enabled yet. If you guys like this, when they do get tournaments out, I am considering hosting a tournament here. You guys can come over, get your decks against my crappy deck, and beat the crap out of me on YouTube for all to see. They do have some PvP stuff available where you can go and try your deck against other people. Guilds where you guys can form up groups and take I don't really know how the guilds thing work yet. I may make a guild. Like I said, if you guys find this interesting and want to see more, we'll set up our own TDK guild and take over the universe, y'all. So up here in the left-hand corner, this is where I have spent most of my time. This is the campaign area. This is actually chapter 2. You click on these little swords. It kind of shows you what you're going to be going against. And this is the actual gameplay method. So I'm over here on the left. The bad guy is over here on the right. He has 10 health. Starts off with 2 mana. I have 9 health. Start off with 3 mana with my hot chick over here. Short skirt, big boobs. That's all you need, right? Right? So it looks like I have started off with 2 wandering clerics, a garden gnome, and we got some poison here. So I pretty much have the option of bringing these 2 guys in, one of these 2 guys in, or I can bring in my garden gnome. The poison's not going to do me any good until we've got something to fight against. So we're going to go with the garden gnome first. And the nice thing is the mana does accumulate, so if you don't spend it, you get to keep it. So he throws out an air elemental, which looks kind of scary, and he's going to kill my garden gnome. That bastard. Oh, I thought he was going to. No, he just shot me. Okay. So I can do the same thing. I can strike him if I want, or I can put my little cleric out. I think I'm going to pull my cleric out because that will heal me 1 point. And the nice thing about these clerics, they don't do a lot of damage, but they heal every turn. So unless you're dealing with something that can do more damage than 2 hearts per rotation, the thing's never going to die. It can just basically... why'd you smack my cleric dead? That's just mean. That's just hurtful. Alright, so... the problem we've got here is my garden gnome is... dead. It takes 1 following turn for the corpses to clear. You can pay mana to clear the corpse, but we're not too worried about that. So we're just going to go ahead and summon another cleric. That's going to heal me 1 point and put him up here. You can move these cards up and down in between turns. So once the corpse clears like it just did, I could move that down, but he's going to go up there. Excuse me. It looks like he's going to stomp me. That's very scary. So this thing only does 1 health. He's got 1 health left. I'm going to leave him there for now. We've got the Fire Spriggan in the bottom, so I'm going to go ahead and zap the Fire Spriggan because I'm just mean like that. And this way, his next turn, he's going to have to attack me here, and they'll kind of cancel each other out. There we go. An Int Twigling? That just doesn't sound right. Alright, what do we got here? 2 damage that will be dealt to your hero, and then destroy the gear. Heals each allied creature. Well, I don't really have any creatures. I'm going to put this poor guy out here in front of the int. He's like, no, don't send me into battle, please. No, buddy. You're going. Sorry. Oh, how do I summon that? There we go. Double click. Alright, so next turn I get to use my special ability, which is nice. Deals 1 damage to each adjacent ally creature. So he's actually going to kill his own creature. That's kind of interesting. Alright, so you have heroes in this game, and that's one of the little differences, I believe, between this and Magic, or at least when I played Magic. Your hero, over a certain number of turns, gets an ability, and that ability can be used whenever you want. So his ability, Entangle, Crudimus deals 1 damage to target enemy creature, and it loses flying. So if the character is flying, if you've got a monster that's flying, like a card that's flying, non-flying monsters can't hit it unless they're ranged or specifically allowed to. So this will basically ground flying, but it's going to kill my peasant, which is kind of messed up. That's just rude. It's alright. I got another peasant. That's right. And here's my ability. Now my ability here, if I remember right, does damage to the creature and the player. Yep. So I just killed his player and did a little bit of damage to him. And we're moving along just fine. Might actually win this one. Maybe. It's still early, so. Oh, crap. That girl's firing 3 arrows at a time. I don't think I can compete with that. Now that character, unlike most other creatures, does 1 damage upon entry. What do we got here? Armor damage dealt to this creature is reduced by 1. Yeah, we'll put him up. Now, this is kind of a tank character. He's got 1 damage, so he doesn't really hit hard, but he's got 3 hearts. So he can take a royal beating before he's going to go down. So, you know, a deck built of these, you could have these guys as your front line, and then behind it you could have a bunch of spells and abilities that you could use to basically just torment the crap out of people. No, I'm going to hold off on that. I'm actually going to banish that. Now, if you've got stuff that you're not going to use, like that poison spell, you can banish it and get mana back. See, I only had 2 mana. By banishing it, I got another piece of mana, and now I can summon my wolf. And kind of like I mentioned earlier, my deck at the moment is basically just crappy, basic stuff that I've gotten. I haven't really sorted it yet. Over the next couple days, I'll probably work on actually constructing a deck if you guys enjoy this and want to see more of it. Alright, so he's used Lightning Elemental. On enter, deals 1 damage to opposing creature. So he can only kill 1 of my creatures. Odds are he's going to target the wolf. Yep. That's just not cool. Alright, well, I can't really put anything up there in front of him to block him. So we're going to go ahead and put you there. I'm going to take 2 damage to the face here in a second. Here it comes. There's my 2 damage to the face. Oh, crap. Alright, we're going to move him up. And that's it. End turn. That little bird is whooping him up. What the heck is that? Mode Elemental. It just looks like a pumpkin with legs that's angry. Oh crap, he's gonna burn me. And my little creature that's flying right now is gonna lose flying. Yep, there it is. That's just wrong, man. Alright, so wow, dude, that thing can tank like a boss. Look at that. 1 and 4. Regen, on your turn, this creature heals 1 from itself. Wait. That's odd. The wording of that. Regen, on your turn, this creature heals 1 heart from itself. That's very interesting. Okay. Well, I think I am going to drop this in right here. And then I'm going to blow this on his little thing up there. And he's going to do 1 damage to me, which I'm not too happy. Oh! He moved! Awesome! Alright, well. These two are going to basically cancel each other out. What is Holy Blessing? Target ally creature gets +1 and gains 1 armor. Well, hell yeah. Let's see. Do we want to put it on? Yeah, we're going to put it on the cleric. Because that basically makes this thing unkillable. Because it heals itself all the time. It has 4. I mean, that's just ridiculous. Good luck killing that thing, man. 0? That's right, dude. Oh, 0 again. That armor is awesome. I'm going to wreck this guy. Thanks for playing, sir. Thanks for playing. So that right there, guys, is basically Kingdoms CCG. When you play each round in the single player, you get some cards, which is nice, and then you can go through and edit your deck if you want to. There is an item shop where you can buy packs of cards like you can in most other card games. You can see the costs here. The nice thing is a lot of them you can buy by just playing the game. So it's pretty nice stuff. I'm digging this. I was pleasantly surprised when I first heard about it. I was like, it's going to be another crappy card game. But I was really getting... I think I played it for like 3 hours the first time I sat down with it. And I was like, oh my god, I got to get off this thing or my whole life's going to be changed. So it's pretty addicting. And if you liked Magic as a kid, it reminds me so much of Magic. I mean, there's obviously some differences and some limitations. And I'm sure there's some hardcore Magic fans who are like, oh, dude, there's nothing in here that's like Magic. You're out of your mind. But it just reminds me of that. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Do you like this? Do you not like this? Do you want to see more? Let me know your feedback. If you guys want to play the game, the link to the game will be in the video description down below. And I think it's definitely worth a check out. It's free to play, so it doesn't cost you anything to give it a shot. And I think you guys are going to like it. So hope you guys liked it. If you did, click that like button. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss out on any of my other videos, tips, tricks, and guides. And I'll catch you guys in the next clip.